Alright, there's kind of a lot going on right now, or there has been for a while. So a lot of these sub-level events I think are heavily coded. I did a couple funny videos bashing this crime scene analysis, but as I'm watching it, I'm just seeing more and more coding and more connections. If you don't believe in the 33 coding in these ads and these events, like the McDonald's Munich shooting they mentioned right at the beginning of this, the two M's on the side, 33. I mean, I saw this in Russian Vid's video, but they show this 33 coding in a lot of them if you're able to see it, and I think a lot of the ones that are less of an event, like this is a suicide bomber where only one where he died. I just think it's ridiculous. It's like a fake story, but the crime scene is heavily coded, and there's a message that we're supposed to get out of it, and we're supposed to understand that it's all connected subliminally. And for those that don't see it, they just fall victim to the trap, and they just keep playing into it, and their subconscious maybe understands that they're part of a control scheme, but there's really no escape. But there is escape if you use your mind and spread the word.
Third time in a week, a violent attack rattles southern Germany. Authorities now investigating if the attacker was Islamist motivated.
Yep, so they already bring the ISIS connection. You know, it says Holy Christ up, or Hotel Christ.
Bomb outside of a music festival, injuring 12 people.
And they zoom in on it.
His home was located in this hotel, which is used as a shelter for refugees.
Let me pause this quick. There's a 33 here. So already, the police little video, they show that. I just caught that recently.
CNN's Atika Schubert joins me live from the scene. Tell us more.
She's going to show us, but before this shot even occurs, I'm going to zoom in here. Because I didn't notice, I noticed the 33s, but just the way they set it up where her head, they tell her to have her head still, I guarantee this. Look at how they have her head still, right? And she's blocking this right here. I'm going to let it focus. But she's blocking her head here, and there's 20/20 here, but right here she clearly shows 33 and 33. So we saw 33 when he got out of the car, and we see two 33s, and I'm not even a minute into this little interview. She just got on the camera, so here we go. They had her head just like this. If you think that they didn't tell her to have her head like that, you're crazy. They told her to start looking exactly how she is. That's how this industry works. But anyway, let's just continue. We'll go more with the coding. Some of this I'm going to be talking about as I see it, but as you can see right here, this is the neon yellow. I think this reporter, I mean, they make this guy look like he's another reporter. I just think he's another one of CNN's employees, just, you know, filming different angles or whatnot. This was clearly put here for a reason. This ties into the other shooting I covered domestically in the United States. It was going on during, in between the Nice attack and the shooting in Germany. But both his wife and him, he's lying on the ground with his hands up. They have this neon yellow. I think it's supposed to tie the events together.
Carol, the police have just allowed
but again, they have it blocked.
This is quite extraordinary because they
I say it in my other video.
They've done
there's two 320s here. 320 in the gematria calculator will yield suicide. Suicide has that same word. And 22 is also a powerful number. It's known as the builder number. So that's a vertical display of that right there. Again, the 33 and the 33. I don't know what these are. They're probably just wines, but I definitely think this is made to set up like this. I don't really know. I don't know why they wouldn't just have all their wines be $3, like the discrepancy between the two. I don't know what that currency is, but it just seems set up.
All the forensic evidence gathering they've needed. But take a look at this.
She says that guilty.
It gives you a sense of what was happening. There are cards still out on the table. I can see blood stains.
There's definitely no blood. I mean, you can analyze the cards.
And it's back blown out. There's also some blood here. And I believe this may be where the main force of that explosion was. If you look over here, there's a lot of press walking in and out here.
They show this chalk thing.
Outline here used by police to draw where.
But watch the way they go to the red
he was
here.
the only one killed in the
They
attack.
definitely
More than a
pause
dozen others
on
were
this red
injured.
car. Watch.
Now, to give you a sense of the force of the
It's
explosion,
like,
it wasn't
oh, why
big,
wouldn't you just go
but
back
you
to
can see here,
her?
cracked right
Why wouldn't you just like go back to her face? It's because this cameraman he's been told to do that. It's part of this little coding. And if you think differently, you are crazy.
of the attacker was found.
He
was the
pauses
one
on the red so that there's only red on the camera.
Injured. And now to give you a sense of the force
And
of the
then
explosion,
he goes back
it
to her.
wasn't that big.
She's got a
but
red
you can see
fucking
here,
thing
right through
in her
the glass
hand.
In a number of places, you can see a lot of cameras here as well.
Red camera. He's got a red thing. A lot of other cameras here. Make it seem like it's more real. These guys could all be. They could all just be doing the same thing for their media outlet, getting the same instructions.
Also cracked through here. And what we know from police is that he packed explosives into his bag, but he also packed metal bolts, ball bearings, and screws to cause maximum damage. And that's what looks like came right through here.
Yeah, I said this before, but this kind of looks like Apollo. I know it's like an S there, but it doesn't make sense to me. It seems, if this is a reflection of that behind us, it seems like it's forward. Doesn't it? SP, I don't know what that brand is, but if that's a reflection, to me it seems weird that it's forward.
In fact, more than a dozen people injured. They were mostly injured from those bits of metal flying all around. There's still a bit of cracked glass over there as well. And if you look
it's
over
15,
here,
right.
This tells you less, some blood stains still on the ground as well.
Now it's the 8 of diamonds, the card there. I really don't know much about that symbolism or but again, it's red. They chose a red card.
Fortunately.
And they're
if you look
beneath the damage back here, where they show this.
Flying all around. Is that
that's all red up there. Vinyl and more red.
But he also packed metal bolts, ball bearings, and screws to cause maximum damage. And that's what it looks like came right through here. In fact, more than a dozen people injured. They were mostly injured from those bits of metal flying.
Yeah, the bits of metal.
There's still a bit of cracked glass.
Again, at the 33, they kind of give you a glimpse right here at it again.
This tells you less. Some blood stains still on the ground as well.
They don't even look like blood stains. It just looks like something they put on the ground.
This actually tells you less about the force of the explosion, but just what was happening that night. You've got
alright. This is stupid in the back here. Like, this thing like rattled off there. Like these little curtains back here got disheveled with the bomb. I mean, I've already ripped this scene apart. I'm just trying to do the coding, but it's just ridiculous. It is a setup scene. And because it is a setup scene, there's coding involved with it, and it's just kind of ridiculous.
Glasses of beer still full, glasses of wine
that they get away with
People were just drinking here, having a good time.
I mean, it doesn't even look like it's a real setup.
Music festival. What we know from police and prosecutors.
But they show the 33 again here. They keep like showing that. It's like a focus of a lot of the shots. People of course say that's crazy, but again, they started it and then they go back to her and they get it right here. And there's this one in the beginning, the 33.
It's a shelter for refugees.
Like, I don't think there's a mistake for that. I think, and then, I mean, just the way it's set up, where they block the 2s, and it's just 33, 33. And then they get more of it right there. Like she's talking. Go back.
Well, Carol, police have just allowed us into the crime scene. And this is quite extraordinary because they have not entirely cleaned it up. They've done all the forensic evidence gathering they've needed. But take a look at this. I mean, it gives you a sense of what was happening. There are cards still out on the table.
So it gives you a sense of what was happening. I'll tell you what's happening. This right here. That's what's happening. She says that. Give you a sense. So subliminally, even the people that aren't getting it, they still get it, but it's on a subliminal deep level because this is being hypnotically encoded to them. So it just adds to the fear. There is no terrorism. The terrorism is is manifested by the powers that be, the controllers at the top. And even though we get it and we laugh at it, this is so the populace gets it, all of the populace, but on a subliminal level, and they freak out themselves and they fall victim to the division. And instead of point their anger and their division, they point their frustrations towards the top. They fight it out with each other. That's exactly the plan. And if you think this 33 coding is being crazy, whatever, then you just don't understand the patterning of the world. This shit's been going on for thousands of years. Don't think because we have television and shit that we're advancing our society. We ain't doing shit. We're falling victim to a fucking trick. And people are just falling for it. You can't even make this shit up. Like, this is 1984. Like, we are living in that trap. Right here, again, it's the same reporter, but that's that neon yellow. If you look at my other video I uploaded, the Kinsley thing, both him and his wife have that on. You think that's a mistake? These are advertisements. These are connected. They're all connected. It's this fear ad they're pumping all summer, the summer of chaos. Spread the word. Word of mouth is the most important form of advertisement. They try to get people to spread this crap around with they set up minimal crime scenes. They don't do anything. They hammer a couple windows out and they got a terror event and they can go through the streets and terrorize people, police and establishment. But they don't have anything here. And we need to spread this word of mouth to everybody and not feel ashamed, not feel crazy, and just plant the seed. If they don't understand and their logic won't allow them to think it through, just plant the seed. Eventually, they'll get it.